What is really going on?
You're listening to Home Sellers Advantage. I'm your host, Aaron Zapata.
And I'm your other host, Todd Anderson. We are the Bald Brothers team at Impact Realty Group with Real Broker, and we are here to give you the Home Sellers Advantage.
You can find us online at www.baldbrothers.tv. Again, that's baldbrothers.tv.
Or you can call us at 833-305-BALD. That's 833-305-2253.
The market is shifting, and you better put your headset on.
Oh, yeah. That's
Well, you can hear yourself.
naked. Man,
Yeah.
I can't believe they could see my ears.
Can't believe I let you on the show. You let me on the show all the time. So what is really happening? What's going on in the market? What do realtors really think? And what do they say?
That's what people want to know. What's he really thinking? I don't know. That could be dangerous to get into that.
It could be, but we like to just lay it out there, because if you're listening to us and you've been watching us for a while, you know that we really value the idea of just being straightforward with our clients.
Yep.
And we have lost business because we just tell it like it is.
Yeah, and we would not be doing you justice if we tell you what you want to hear, because at the end of the day, the goal is to sell your home, not to.
Yeah. In fact, I was counseling an agent yesterday who does not work for our group. She had called me, and she's just working through the emotions with a seller who has offers but lower than they want. And, I basically told her, I said, one of the things that we have to really say out loud is that it would be unprofessional of me if I didn't tell you what was happening in the market. Because inevitably, if we don't tell you the truth and the market is coming down in value, and then you sell a property for 50 or 60 or 100,000 less than you anticipated, and we didn't tell you that was coming, you're going to turn back your realtor and you say, well, you should have told me. You should have told me.
Yeah.
Because realtors, although we're not prophets, we do have leading indicators. And we have data that we can see.
Yeah.
And so I went over that data with not only our whole team here at the Impact Realty Group, but I also went through that same data with this agent after the meeting. Todd, you didn't know that, but I went.
I'm finding it out right now.
Learning right now. In IRL.
I want to know who it is.
IRL. And so I basically went through the same statistics, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to share what's going on here in Southern California, because our market is unique, our market is strong, but we have to look at the trends and based on what is happening.
Yeah.
So going from memory, because ultimately you guys who are our listeners aren't going to remember the statistics. You're just going to remember the stories.
Yeah, and I should mention we are in the middle of July, to kind of put a time stamp on this, a date stamp on this.
That's great. So glad you did that. Yes.
July 2025.
Yes, not
if you're watching this 5 years in the future.
Right, exactly. So before COVID, we had a pretty steady market. In fact, the data that we go back and look at is provided by our multiple listing service, and the average year kind of looks like a turtle shell in terms of closed volume. You start low, it goes up in the summer, and then comes back down. So it looks like a nice bell curve. But I've been criticized for calling it a bell curve. So it looks like a turtle shell, right? It's got little bumps on it and it goes down, right?
It's the new language, right. Turtle shell.
Turtle shell real estate market. And so the year starts off with not a lot of sales, gets bigger, and then goes down. And this very consistent pattern. Then COVID hit. And we had this spike in active properties because nothing was selling. We literally didn't know if the real estate industry was considered essential. We were shut down. And the market literally was about to collapse because nothing was selling. The mortgage companies were getting very nervous. And then Trump announced that they were going to be buying mortgage-backed securities as a government. And so then the market just took off like a wildfire. And if you're in Southern California, it was unstoppable.
Yeah. This is the day when we had 50, 60 offers on a single property.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy because interest rates were down at the 2% range. And we just saw the total volume just skyrocket. And then, fast forward to interest rates rising in 2023. And the market basically came to a halt at the end of the year. And so all of our data since then has been pretty much at a historically low level. Mm-hmm. Before COVID, we had this rate of it was really consistent year over year over year over year. Then COVID, crazy market, went way out of whack. We sold way more properties. We closed more. It was just crazy. And then interest rates shoot up, and now we're way below even pre-COVID market levels. Just not a lot of people selling. Now, why do I say that? Because it matters, right?
It matters, and you have to consider the time frame on these things. So Aaron was saying 2023, and that's actually exactly when things came to a halt. And you got to think through the logical and logistical side of things, because if you have now purchased your home in 2023, most of those buyers or those homeowners who had refinanced at that low interest rate are going to stay in their home until they have to move, right? So typically the movement that we start seeing coming back to the market are those people who perhaps purchased at the higher interest rate. So the interest rate is not keeping them from selling their home. But normally you don't buy a home and then sell it a few months later. Typically you're going to wait at least 2 years or more before you start selling your home. So we're starting to see some of that inventory gradually coming back to the market, but it's gradual. And so what we're seeing right now, though, is we're seeing things have been sluggish recently. And we're talking the middle of July. Home sales did start to pick back up as some of that movement started to happen, but recently we've seen things take a little bit longer for homes to sell.
Exactly. So, and that slowdown is historically, and this is why I was spending some time talking about the turtle shell market, was because historically we had a predictable pattern. Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, mid-summer, the turtle shell has been cut off. It seems like the market has went up, it was there, and now, even though rates haven't really moved too much over the last 3 or 4 months, the number of pending sales has dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
And so it's important to know that there's supply and demand. If you're a seller, you're on the supply side. If you're a buyer, you're on the demand side. So your supply level has pretty much remained even over the last year. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty much even. So the number of new listings coming to the market, not changed.
Yeah.
Maybe up slightly, but not a lot. But the number of buyers buying, down dramatically.
Yeah.
The average days on market, the average active number of listings is up in Orange County over 34% this year compared to last year.
Yeah.
And that means one thing: buyers aren't buying. I mean, some buyers are. We're still getting offers on our listings.
Yeah, some buyers are. So the inventory that we're seeing moving, or most likely to have at least one buyer, and in many cases multiple buyers, are those properties that are, first of all, if they're turnkey, the buyers are going to be attracted to your property. But it also has to be appropriately marketed and priced. If you are overpriced, your home is going to sit on the market. Now, does it have to be turnkey? No, not at all, as long as it's properly priced. So it really comes into your pricing strategy. And you can be in a position where you still do take advantage of multiple offers, but it's a little bit more challenging than it used to be.
Yeah. Well, and it's challenging for a couple of reasons. One is we have less offers.
Yeah.
And then two, once you do your repair request, like you do your investigations, the buyer does that process. Some of them are sending back insane requests, $100,000 price reduction requests. And guess what? Some sellers are taking it.
Yep.
Because it's better to take what you can get now than to wait. If this continues, if this pattern continues, we have to see prices drop.
Yeah.
Because only the sellers that have to sell are going to do the price reductions, and then those buyers are going to gravitate towards those listings,
to those,
right? And then that sets the new price point for the neighborhood. So those that don't want to price reduce are still going to be stuck now on the market or forced to do a price reduction themselves. And so one of the things that we as realtors would just love to say out loud, but don't say out loud, is sellers, take this offer and run.
Yeah.
Like run to the bank.
Yeah.
It might be the only offer you get. It might be the best offer you get. And we can't be too picky and too choosy at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Now, if interest rates drop,
then
you could just
all bets are off.
You might just delete this episode, right?
Just delete this, or just pay attention to the timestamp on this episode that I mentioned earlier.
Right.
But yeah, that's very true. And sometimes a seller, if we say that, say, oh, they're just trying to close the sale, they just want to move on. No, if we say that to you, it's because we know what's happening in the market. We want to make sure that you don't lose an opportunity with what could be a very good buyer.
Yeah.
Or perhaps your only buyer at that price point.
Right. And so Todd made a key point, though, in that if a property is turnkey and it's properly priced, it may get multiple offers. Mm-hmm. They're not all going to come in at the same time. Mm-hmm. It seems like they're going to trickle in. We have a listing right now that we just opened escrow on our second full price offer. Mm-hmm. And the third full price offer, it's on its way. Yeah. But it's been on the market for almost over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And no, wow, 2 weeks. That sounds like, a dream for some parts of our country. But in Orange County, when you have a good home and a good school district that's turnkey, you would expect it to sell in 6 to 7 days. Yeah,
and this is a property. Speaking of turnkey, it's been renovated. The bathrooms have all been done,
gutted,
new flooring, new paint, but a tremendous amount of work has been done. It is a nice home. Yeah. But we have multiple offers, but they didn't all come in at the same time. Yeah.
Now here's the story that we connected this homeowner with our vendors, and they were able to turn the property in under 45 days from its original condition. Yeah. We sent our contractors, our designers, our flooring people, and they did it for under $100,000. They completely renovated the whole house, including all the flooring, on all the bathrooms, and most bathrooms alone cost about $40,000. Yeah. And so this was a tremendous accomplishment for the seller to take our advice, and now we're getting those full price offers.
And the key is that they did take our advice, and I'm not going to say what the full list price is, but we got a full price offer. But the difference between spending $100,000 and what we're in escrow at versus if they had just sold it as is, what was that difference?
It was about $250,000.
Yeah, I think it was about two.
So they put 100 in.
So by putting 100 in, they added an additional $150,000.
Yeah, they're going to get their 100 back
plus another 150,000. Yeah.
So it was a good choice for them. But it only is a good option, A, if you have the funds. Two, if you want to work with people that are like us. We're like activators. We want to go quickly. The thing that was the determining factor for them is that we couldn't delay. We knew that towards the end of summer, the market tends to slow down, and they needed to work quickly. And they even paid the contractor extra money to get it done in 30 days. So it took about 15 days of planning and 30 days of contracting work, and then about a week and a half of staging and filming and marketing to get it on the market. So 60 days front to beginning to end, and we're on the market, thankfully, and we're in escrow. Yep. So why do we say that? Well, we want you, again, kind of the tongue in cheek. What would Realtor say? So we're super glad that this seller, and I had this conversation, by the way, Todd, you weren't on this call, but we were talking about a potential price reduction, and I just said, I don't think we need to. And so if we say we want you to do a price reduction, it's because we know you need to. We decided not to on this one, knowing that they had a very special property that could demand that price. Yeah. And now with 3 full price offers, that's proving the point. Yep. And guess what? We did get 1 lowball offer.
We did. Yeah.
And that was flat out rejected. So that happens. So what else do realtors want to tell their clients right now? Make it easy to show your home.
Yeah. Yes. That's a really good one. When you put roadblocks up for people to show the home, those are potential buyers. And you right now, especially in this market, you want as many people coming through to see the home as possible. Yeah. And even if they can come through the home and see it at the same time or consecutively, one after the other, if you can be in a position where buyers see other buyers, that is a good thing.
The other thing that we like to say to our sellers that we'd love to say is, if you are motivated, then show it in the price. Yeah. Because buyers don't know if you're motivated. And if you've got your house listed right now, and let's say it's listed at $1,250,000, and you're willing to take $1,200,000, a $50,000 less. Here's what I would recommend. You let the world know and price it at $1.2 million. Drop the price in the multiple listing service because the buyers don't know. They're not mind readers. And your agent has an ethical responsibility to not disclose a bottom line number. So when they call your realtor and they say, hey, will they take less? The realtor is not authorized to say, sure, submit the offer. We'll get it done. Yeah. We've had sellers that have even said, go ahead and say that, but then they change their mind. And so we've learned that we don't know ever because the seller has a right to change their mind from something they told us 2 days ago.
Absolutely. The seller is in control. So what we say to that agent is just write us an offer and we'll present it.
Yes, yes.
That's the way to do it.
That is, right, because the proof is in the pudding, right? Put your money where your mouth is, right? Put the pen to paper, write the offer, submit it if you are serious. And I've been talking to a lot of realtors. Todd and I do. Todd and I network. We talk with a lot of realtors. I want to get a feel for the market because I don't trust that I know everything about the market because it's obvious I don't.
Yeah, we want to find out what's happening with other agents, with other listings in the communities.
So here's some of the people I call. Other realtors, my investors, I call the title company, I check with escrow companies, and I'm like, okay, what are you seeing right now? My investors, hey man, our holding costs are bleeding us dry. Yeah. We aren't selling as fast as we expected. It's taking longer to do construction projects, and we just got to get these properties sold.
Yep, that's a conversation we've had recently.
I've talked with other listing agents who have lots of listings. It says, man, if we could just get offers on our properties, we could open escrow. So that the number of offers across the board is down. Title companies, well, openings are good, but closings, not so much. And so a title company is like a realtor in that when they take a listing, you open the preliminary title report. And so they have a lot of openings, a lot of listings, but not a lot of closings. So same with escrow. Escrow is really busy. Every deal's tough right now. It's hard to get a mortgage. It's hard to get insurance. There's just a lot of things going on. That tension in the market lends itself to a coming price adjustment. Yeah. Yep. Did I just say that out loud?
You did.
Oh, I did. You can't have two things be true at the exact same time. I've heard you can, technically, like scientifically, but I'm not sure how that works. Well, that's not my industry. Yeah. You can't have high prices and high interest rates and issues with insurance and qualifying, and then an increasing active number of inventory, number of homes for sale, and have that high prices be sustained. Which means that if you want to sell your house,
you got to make an adjustment.
You got to make an adjustment. You don't price it where your neighbor priced his house 4 months ago. If you have the model match, everything's the same, you use the same flooring, the same kitchen, everything, same age of home. You can't use that statistic now as the new number for your home. You're going to have to come down a little bit. Yep. Is it crashing?
No.
I'm going to go short of crashing.
Yes. We're not crashing, but the operative word is it's softening.
Yeah, it is softening. And we're not at pre-COVID levels. We're not at the number of homes being sold and listed that we were pre-COVID. So perhaps we're just going back to that period of time when we sold more homes on a regular basis. If that's the case, though, I think prices are going to come down in order to start to sustain those numbers.
To get back to those numbers, yeah.
So anything else that you wish realtors would say out loud?
Maybe you should tell us what you wish that your realtor would say out loud.
Yes. Be honest with us. Yes. And you know what? Here's one. I'll do this one last thing is, most professionals don't do a great job doing their job after 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And unfortunately, realtors sign up for a job that's almost 24/7. But I know personally, and Todd as well, that we don't give great advice. We don't make great decisions when we're tired. And unlike a lot of careers, ours does not turn off at 5:30 or 6 o'clock or even 6:30. So when we have conversations later at night with clients, sometimes those aren't the best. Like we're not at our best. So I think realtors could be honest and just say, don't call us after 8 o'clock. Yeah. In fact, I try not to answer my phone after 6 o'clock, and that it's not the best thing for some clients, but it is necessary for me to perform at a high level during the day.
Yeah.
So anyways, one last thing I think got to throw in there.
There we go. You got it in there.
We got it. All right. That's it for today for this episode, what realtors should say and where's the market going. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you like our content, we want you to like and subscribe and share part of this or all of this with somebody that you think needs to hear it. Perhaps it's another realtor. Perhaps it is a friend of yours who's thinking about selling. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to sell your home. We would love to walk with you through the process of remodeling your property in anticipation of selling it.
Absolutely. And that's a lot of fun. We love doing that.
And we're the Bald Brothers team. You know what we do?
We sell homes.
That's right. Give us a call and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to the Home Seller's Advantage. The Bald Brothers team is a licensed DBA of Real Broker, licensed by the California Department of Real Estate, number 02022-092. Again, we do not give any real estate, legal, or financial advice. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can call us at 833-305-BALD, or you can reach us online at baldbrothers.tv. Equal housing opportunity.